Okay, so recently I went to Norwac. I've been very, very hesitant to even make more videos or vlogs about this because I know that, well, I've been warned by another attendee that you can potentially get banned from Norwac for causing drama. I don't like to cause drama, but I have a grand trine with my North Node to Pallas and Lilith, and Lilith being in my third house, what I say causes drama, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm a maverick and I tend to speak my mind, and fortunately for that also is I tend to say a lot of blunt, truthful things also, and that's usually what gets the reaction from people. So not too long ago, actually it was because of last year's Norwac, there was a pamphlet that was on the table where everybody puts like their business cards that was talking about how we need to stop using genders in astrology. So it said, if you'd like to leave any comments or questions, contact Neon, Neon, Starlight, Starlight. You can find him on Facebook, or you can also Google him. The reason why he got contacted, and I just gave him the link to my video, didn't say anything else, is because he asked for commentary, so I gave it to him. And I told him why there are gender associations, just the signs of the genders themselves and what they represent in astrology, and that there's multiple definitions for them. So they blocked me, confronted me at Norwac in the fucking Doubletree Suite lobby. I shook their hand, said yes I did respond to their thing. They asked, how dare you, or they said, how dare you, give us commentary on that. Did we ask for comments? And I'm like, yeah, you did. And then they continued to call me homophobic, among other things, I think, as I walked away and said I had something better to do. And then as they confronted me and then were shouting at me, they proceeded to have multiple people in their group follow me everywhere because I was dangerous. Okay. So then, whatever her name is, that Wolf chick, Rhea Wolf, who is a feminist and a speaker at Norwac, felt the need to go out of her way, I'm sure that because they told her about my video. She sent me a long fucking novel, which I'm not even going to fully read, because the fact that she wrote that much means that she automatically got defensive for whatever reason, because she either feels like she's not right or whatever. She automatically blocked me, so I can't respond to her comment. So I'm not even going to humor or give her a comment the time of day by publicizing it on my vlog, because she had the audacity to not only comment, which she's more than welcome to, but then she blocked me so I could not comment back even on my own video. So I'm going to play one interesting thing, since she tried to like basically say, you should have listened to Stephen Forrest on Sunday night. I did. I was right there rolling my eyes. And there's also a reason, I hate to be like this, but I paid to go to Stephen Forrest's lecture on Neptune. I fell asleep the first hour. I didn't fall asleep in anybody else's lecture. I never have. I tried really hard. And realizing that I paid for it, I decided to not be rude, and I decided to get up and walk out of his fucking workshop because I couldn't stay awake. Because everything he was telling me was nothing fucking new for me and nothing that I could find useful. And in fact, I decided to go over to the Value Village that was like 2 or 3 blocks down. And I happened to find 2 of his own fucking books in the Value Village for sale for $1. Okay, but do I have the other one over here? Yep. I was just on the receipt, so I could show you. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I even made a vlog about that, but I took it down because I thought I was being disrespectful about how I don't really think that I'll ever really learn anything from Stephen Forrest, but that I'm going to schedule to go to one of his workshops just to challenge my own opinion. And maybe I will learn something. And I wasn't able to. I tried. So I'm going to play something from Mark Jones, actually. Yes, it is from his CD, but it's just going to be very, very brief, because it makes a fucking point. And if she's going to try to throw in my face, like, we better listen to the speakers. Pretty sure Mark Jones is pretty respectable as well.
Underline something as we start this enormous conference where countless different astrologers from around the world are going to tell you completely different things about astrology over the course of the conference, that you do not have to listen to it all. Mark's fast track tip to becoming a good astrologer: put at least half your astrology books in the basement or the attic or the loft.
Or the Value Village.
Narrow the number of astrological influences you take on board into the ones that suit your intuitive direction, and develop them profoundly. Do not get lost trying to chase down every technique, every possible way of looking at the chart.
Exactly. And you know what my influences are? My top 3 influences that completely define my practice, besides putting my own spin on it, would be Mark Jones, Robert Hand, and Philip Sedgwick. Those are the 3 astrologers that I listen to beyond ever questioning anything else. And I decided even before this talk, which me and Mark, I feel like I almost like was right there as he was making this discussion or whatever, or like we're on the same wavelength mentally. I agreed with him in a lot of everything he freaking said in this lecture, including this part.
There's another fantasy that Tolstoy is referring to here. Ignorance is not shameful or harmful. There is nothing to suggest that an astrologer ought to know everything. We don't expect doctors to assess our condition by the way we walked into a room.
Right.
And yet people hold a fantasy that that's what astrologers should be doing, because they looked at a series of squiggles on a piece of paper before the person came in. Like a doctor's going, I can tell by the way you walk. It's a liver problem, sir, isn't it? Ignorance is not shameful or harmful, but pretending you know is.
Right. Exactly. That's all I'll say with that. That's copyrighted. I never pretend to know everything, but I continue to study. And all I have to say is that the people who put the gender thing on the fucking table, how dare you? Pretending you fucking know everything. And then not even having the balls to maybe just rebuttal my shit on the internet, but confronting me and trying to make a scene when you're not supposed to be doing that at Norwac, and then having one of the speakers themselves, that is I'm sure your whatever, I don't know, role model or whatever, try to come after me. Get in line behind Samuel Reynolds. Thank you very much. Okay, I haven't even actually gone and proactively attacked anybody or said anything directly to anyone, specifically even speakers at Norwac. This is the 2nd year now, and the 2nd speaker that has gone out of their way to attack me, and I have all the screen caps to prove it. Fascinating. Philip warned me about this. And you know what's really funny too? I hate to drag other people into it, but I was not the only one that had a weird freaking look on my face when Stephen Forrest was talking about removing genders from, astrology. He should also remove politics, the entire subject matter, from astrology as well, because that's all he pretty much was talking about the entire time, in and out of, kind of fading in and out of that subject, while I listened to anything he had to say that entire weekend. I try not to bash anybody like that, but I do not agree with Stephen Forrest. And just as Mark Jones says, you don't have to listen to everybody who attends. You don't have to agree with them. And I don't. Thank you.